Oftentimes I'll send my patients home and I say, hey, keep a journal for me regarding this symptom that you have, this problem that you have. Come back to me at a follow-up visit, and then we're going to kind of dissect this journal. In that journal, I want them to kind of focus on three main things. For example, we might focus on things like, what did you eat? And how did you feel when you ate that? And what changed? So when you break that down, it is, I ate this food, I ate it in this amount, I ate maybe something that had a lot of fat, this thing was fried, or maybe I ate something that was very sugary. So you write down what you ate and you try to just kind of generalize it. In the beginning, it's much better to brush kind of like with the big strokes, right? And then we can refine it in the future if necessary. I can say I had a slice of cake, I had a slice of pizza. Later, for certain people, yes, it's absolutely necessary to figure out some of the details. Now, when you eat something, there is oftentimes a bit of a delay when it comes to how you feel. So I like to keep that journal going. How did you feel? So immediately I felt sluggish and tired. Immediately I felt incredibly bloated, headache, nausea, sweating, hands got cold. 1 hour later, 2 hours later, 5 hours later, in the middle of the night, the next morning, 1 day later. Just kind of tracking how you feel is necessary, and all you have to write is how you feel. What's important to you? Some people are really bothered by clammy cold hands, by sweating, by nausea, bloating, diarrhea, constipation. Those are the things you should track. For other people, it's mental fog, fatigue, headaches, blurred vision, everything else. And finally, what changed? So when you did this thing, what changed overall? My back pain got better, my mouth got less dry, or my mouth got more dry, and my energy changed. Those are the specific things that actually were very tangible. Somebody else could measure them. So for example, if your weight changed, if your pain level changed, those things are more definitive. In a way, we're trying to differentiate between what actually happened and how you felt, because sometimes they're not as concordant as you might think. And the reason I go back to gut health is because certain foods that we eat affect the way the bacteria in the gut and the mobility of the gut affect the rest of our system, which is our endocrine system, the hormone system, the neurotransmitter system, and those things can have a big impact on us, especially for those with more subtle things. Certain foods can just be major culprits. It might be something as simple as nuts. And I understand in this modern healthcare system with social media, somebody might say gluten, eggs, fish, nuts. But it's not that simple, and that's not the case for everybody. If you vilify gluten, and then you forget about the other 100 proteins that's in wheat, then you might not eat certain things that are actually really beneficial for you, and you might then end up eating certain things that cause other problems down the road. So what's important is to just keep a log and start general and share with your physician or whoever you're doing this with, how you feel, especially close to what you ate, and then also see how that changed. Now, the experimentation part comes later. First, you keep track for about 2 weeks with your food journal. After you keep track for 2 weeks, then you start experimenting, and in any good experiment, always one variable at a time. Maybe you can cut back let's say you do whole wheat pita. Well, you can do 1 pita instead of 2 pitas. Maybe you do corn tortillas. You do 5 corn tortillas, you do 3 corn tortillas, and see if the quantity starts making a difference. If you don't eat fruit, add fruit. See if that makes a difference. All of these things are quite easy to do, and I would say they're kind of fun. I think experimenting with your body makes you feel empowered, and you can start seeing that certain changes that you make really has an impact on your overall health. I'd love to hear what you've tried. What did you do? Did it work for you? I've kept my own journal in the past and I've tracked different things, and it's been very helpful. It's been very helpful. And I always have to go back to it because as we get older, things change. One thing that never caused you problems in the past suddenly is gonna give you problems. So share in the comments below. If you have any questions, go to drashori.com. If you want to work with me individually, go to drashori.com. Take care.